Coming up in a few moments, I have an exclusive interview with Cardinals running back James Conner. He sounds off on Kyler Murray as a teammate, his future with the Cardinals, DeAndre Hopkins trade buzz, and the Cardinals' ongoing coaching search as well. A lot to get to with James. Really fun interview as we continue our coverage here at Radio Row in Phoenix, Arizona for Super Bowl 57. But please subscribe to the channel if you want more NFL content while we're here in Arizona, and of course daily videos on the channel as is. Back in our Chat Sports studios, we are the home for you on YouTube, so stay in the know with all things NFL by subscribing to Chat Sports. Harrison Graham here with Chat Sports as we continue our Radio Row coverage of Super Bowl 57 between the Chiefs and the Eagles. Here with Cardinals running back James Conner. James, appreciate you joining the show. I guess let's start with Super Bowl 57. You look at this matchup as, you know, with the Chiefs, you got Patrick Mahomes, kind of this fun, flashy offense. With the Eagles, more of this physical, bruising type of team. Where do you see the difference in this game being come Sunday?
Man, I see the difference being up front. You know, I see it being in the trenches. You know, the O-line, D-line. Philadelphia's defensive line and, you know, their front seven, honestly, is ridiculous. So if they can get that pressure on Mahomes, but then also, you know, the other side, Chris Jones, the way he's been playing, you know, so I think this game is just going to be one up front. I think it's going to be one up front.
Look at the running back groups for each of these teams. Obviously, I'm sure you study a lot of the running backs around the league. What do you see out of Isaiah Pacheco in particular? This rookie kind of just bruiser, but he's got that pull-away speed as well. I think it was the Jags game where he caught a check down and looked like he was going nowhere. Then he just breaks free for about 30 yards. What has stood out to you for the rookie running back out of Kansas City with however much you've watched of him this year?
No, I've got to see a lot of him this year. No, I mean, he's a hell of a player. I just think of, like, physicality and the speed, like you said. Even though, you know, his height is what it is, man, he's still running that thing fearlessly and making plays. And also the other one, McKinnon, you know, in the passing game. Yeah. And then obviously Miles Sanders on the other side and Philadelphia, his whole crew. You know, I got to see Miles ever since he was in high school, you know, so I just know what he brings to the table, to the team. So, yeah, in both backs, I feel like it's going to play real big.
You're obviously a PA guy, but from Pittsburgh. You got to go against Philly in this one? Do you have allegiances here? Are you pulling for the state of Pennsylvania? Where are you at with that?
Yeah, it's tough. You know, I played college ball with Avonte Maddox on the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, so I got that tie with him. And then also my ties with Juju from Pittsburgh time. You know, so I'm just super excited that he's going to get a chance for this. I know what he puts in day to day. So, man, I'm rooting for them both. You know what I mean? I don't know who's going to take this one. I'm not sure.
Would you like to see Juju being a Cardinal next year? He's set to hit free agency. Would you like to play with him again?
Man, I love that idea, bro. I love that idea. We gotta speak that into existence. We gotta speak that into existence.
Hey, once you guys get a head coach, just tell him Harrison Graham gave you the idea, and you can get Juju to Arizona. Let's shift to your squad, the Cardinals. Obviously a frustrating year, a lot of injuries with you guys. Yourself, Kyler goes down. Obviously he's got this big recovery, coaching change coming. What's the message to Cardinals fans moving forward as looks like a bit of a transition year could be coming for this franchise? How realistic of expectations do you have for yourself and for this team for Arizona in 2023?
You know, I feel like we can answer that a little better, you know, once we have a head coach and get something established and something in place, and then, you know, get some time together. So, really, man, no, the only expectations is just be ready, be prepared, be in shape, and be mentally and physically ready for what's for the season ahead. And once we find some answers with our coaches and whatnot, then we can start putting something together. But, man, the message to the fans is just you know, continue to support, you know, continue to just show love and show out, because I know what they're going to get from me is my everything, you know. So, man, they've been nothing but great for me.
You're obviously under contract. Is your heart still to remain an Arizona Cardinal for the next 2 years while you're under contract?
Oh, no question. No question. Yeah, I love everything about the city, the state, and what the organization has done for me. So, yeah, I would love to obviously finish that out.
Got a couple more for you, but first, you're here with Pepsi. What are you going to be doing for Super Bowl Sunday, and what do you want to share with the audience here?
Yeah, I'm here with Pepsi, man. We're doing a Pepsi the Big Game Bash. We're going to watch the game. You know, as locals together, we celebrating, you know, Arizona culture. And so what we're going to do is the Big Game Bash is the day of the Super Bowl. You know, we're going to watch. Tickets are just for locals only, but if they still can go to my Instagram, find a Pepsi Big Game Bash, leave a comment for the chance to win 4. You invited. You know, my man right here is invited. But, yeah, we just celebrating Arizona culture, brother. We're going to watch the game. Pepsi going to throw that party, man. It's just going to be the place to be to watch the game at.
What's the IG handle?
the Pepsi hashtag Pepsi Big Game Bash.
Okay.
And if they go to my Instagram, I put a post up, leave a comment, get 4 tickets.
Go check out James Conner on Instagram. I want to ask you more about your quarterback. Obviously, he's got this big recovery ahead of him. A lot of chatter of when he could return. That's not really what I want to focus on. There's a narrative out there that Kyler, maybe he's not the best leader, maybe he's this, maybe he's that. Well, you've played with the guy for 2 years. What is Kyler like as a teammate, as a leader, as a quarterback? Can you speak to your franchise quarterback in Arizona?
Man, he's one of my favorite teammates, that I've almost ever had. And, when you accomplish what he's accomplished, when you've done what he's done, when you overcame what he's overcame, people are going to look for something. People, that's just the world we live in. People kind of like look for things. Man, he prepares. Man, he's an incredible talent, and makes sacrifices for the game. And so, he does a good job, man, blocking out the noise. Man, undefeated in high school, state championship, Heisman, first round. And so, he's not used to losing, man. Period, point blank, he's not used to losing. And so, that takes a toll sometimes on people's mental when you're not used to something. But, man, the way I see him fight, compete, I go to war with him any day, and that's my brother. So, we kind of just block out the noise, and we just continue to enjoy the journey, continue to just try to grow as long. He's teaching me things, I'm teaching him things, and we just, we like to we have our talks, man, and we just, we talking out there about just what the future looks like. So, yes, my brother.
Yeah, we're based out of Dallas, so well aware of how great he was at Allen High School and in college as well. Talk to me about DeAndre Hopkins. Some buzz that maybe he could be on the trade market, still under contract. You said earlier, obviously, got to get a coach in place, so there's still bigger decisions to be made. Would you like to see Nuke stay in Arizona and try to win this year and still be a competitive team in 2023?
I would, man. That's another one of them. That's my brother, and what some of the things I've seen him do, just can't believe your eyes. Something, especially in practice, is him just messing around. Yeah, his hands, and then man, I was looking back, and man, his effort to the game. He's making blocks out there in the run game and everything. So man, Hop can bring a lot to the team. I hope he continues to bring it to our team.
You've played with Hopkins and Antonio Brown. Who's the better talent? It's a tough one. I mean, at their peaks, they're probably pretty close.
Yeah, I would have to say.
Different players.
It's different players for sure. I got to see more of AB because I was with him longer, in Pittsburgh, and so. But if AB would set the standard so high, but then seeing Hop, the more I see, he's right there with him. So, but AB can do things he can do. He can do things AB can't do. So, man, it's Hop.
Before we let you go here, do you still view yourself as a lead back? Kind of a bit of a rotation the last couple of years. Obviously, last year, I think you had 18 total touchdowns. This year, rushed for 7 touchdowns as well. Do you still feel like you're a lead back in this league, or are you perfectly fine being a complimentary running back?
No, I'm a lead back for sure. Yeah, there ain't no question about that. I'm a lead back, and the years go up and down, but only thing I can do is continue to put my best foot forward, and lead back for sure.
James Conner from Radio Row. James, appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.